my most anticipated film of the year. Good or bad? The BFG is directed by Steven Spielberg and stars Mark Rylance and Ruby Barnhill, and is the tale of, as we all know, a girl who lives in an orphanage and is taken away by a giant in the night. They go off to giant country, there are other giants that eat people, and they have to kind of figure out a way to stop them. That's a quick summary of the plot. Now, if you didn't know, this was my most anticipated film of the year. Yes, I was anticipating this film more than Rogue One, more than Civil War. Why? Because that first teaser trailer blew me away, and I'm a huge fan of the BFG. And so I could not wait to see this film because of how the teaser trailer looked so good. It just had this really dark feel to it, and it's like, oh, they're doing, it's going to be like a brand new take on the BFG. I was like, sign me up instantly. But how is the film? It's good. I enjoyed a lot of things about it. There were aspects of it that really disappointed me and really underwhelmed me, actually. But overall, I did enjoy this film, and I think a large reason to do with that is the performances by Ruby Barnhill and Mark Rylance. Ruby Barnhill, this is her first film as Sophie, she did an amazing job. She stole the show, I think, and she really gave a very strong performance. She didn't feel like she was burdened by anything. She really shined through in her role. She just had this wit to her, this charm to her, and she carries this film really, really well. I liked her and I latched onto her as soon as I was introduced to her. Absolutely fantastic work, Ruby Barnhill. Mark Rylance was also, as the BFG, he was good. I liked him a lot. He wasn't as good as David Jason. I wasn't expecting him to be. I just wanted him to be a slightly different BFG, and he was. He wasn't as flamboyant as David Jason, but he was still really good. He was very likeable as the character. He had a lot of charm. He had really great motion capture performance. That's something that's really good about this film, is the CGI. It's almost seamless, apart from like one time when the green screen's a bit noticeable, but apart from that, the CGI looks phenomenal in this film, and the motion capture for him and the giants is fantastic. My only issue with him is that his I think it's gobblefunk, I think is the language it's been named. The BFG language, it did sound a bit broken at times. It kind of sounded like he was putting it on a little bit. It wasn't as fluent as David Jason. But overall, he did an amazing job. Really, really liked him. Also, Spielberg's direction. You can tell he has a lot of love for this story. He's very excited to be doing this story, and there's a lot of creative aspects of this, like the way, like Dream Country. I'm not going to spoil. Very different, very interesting, very clever. I love the way it was done. I'm not going to spoil it, but Dream Country is really, really great in this film. Also, the way he makes dreams, again, no spoilers, really, really clever. I mean, it's just fantastic. It's really, really, really good. Yeah. Also, in regards to problems, the giants, they suck. They're really portrayed poorly in this film, and which is really sad, because that was one of the great things about the original film, was that they gave it a bit of a darker feel. It was quite scary, and that was because their look. In this film, too much of them are played for comedy. They're just giant bumbling idiots, you know, and they don't look scary. They have such a generic character design for a giant, which is really disappointing. It's like this film refuses to be dark. I don't know why, but it just won't go dark. It's just really, really weird. But Jermaine Clement, who did Flesh Lump Eater, his motion capture performance was really, really good. I liked him as the character. Bill Hader, who plays the blood bottler, I had no idea who he was in this film. It's like Flesh Lump Eater is the only giant that is focused on in this film. All the others are just there, and they're running around. They can't even walk in a straight line. It's so dumb. Yeah, the giants really underwhelmed me in this film, and what could have been, just what wasn't, unfortunately. Also, the music. You remember the music from the trailers? The dun 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 dun. The music in those first few trailers. If you were excited about that music, don't get excited about the music. Just don't get excited about the music, because, yeah, just don't. Overall, I enjoyed the film. I think it wasn't as good as it could have been. I liked the atmosphere it created. I loved the likability, the warmth it had. The CGI was fantastic. It was very well directed. It had a nice smooth feel to it. The performances were really good. And yeah, I mean, it's a film I could see watching again. It just wasn't quite what I wanted it to be. It wasn't. I wanted this to be far darker than the original, because it's weird to think that the animated U-rated version from '89 is darker than the live-action PG-rated version from 2016. It's really, really weird. Yeah, I would have liked this to have filmed. It really was disappointing on a fair few levels, but I still enjoyed this film overall because of how well done it is to a sense. It was just some aspects of it just really, really underwhelmed me, and I felt they kind of dropped the ball with it. Overall, I'm going to give the BFG, the 2016 version, a B. That's my take on the BFG, the 2016 version. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought of it below. And also, check out my original BFG review. I had a lot of fun making that. Anyway, I will talk to you in the next video. Phantom Film Buff, out!